Hello everyone again, bringing you guys another video here. This time I'm going to go through my hero deck profile that I took to West Allis, Wisconsin regionals just last weekend. There were 296 competitors. I placed 14th. Did fairly well. There were 9 rounds. I went X and 2. I lost to TG Plants and in round 3, and then in round 7 I lost to a Mermail deck. So yeah, I went X and 2, did pretty well. So yeah, let's get the deck profile started right away. And here is my Hero Beat Stun deck. That's what I call it, Hero Beat Stun. So we've got 1 Stratos, 3 Alius. That's basically the main cards of the deck, pretty much. Then we've got 1 Bubbleman, 2 Thrashers, 2 Thunder Kings, and last but not least, we have Honest. So that is the monster lineup for the deck that I played here. Next, onto spells. We've got 2 Dualities, 2 E-Calls, 2 Gemini Sparks. I teched that card in the main deck. Axe of Despair, very funny card to play. It surprises people so much when you just drop it onto Stratos or Alius or something. You know, Stratos and Alius become 28, 29 beaters, and that's very hard to get over. 1 Super Poly. Of course, 3 Miracle Fusions. We've got Rhoda, Forbidden Lance, just 1. I used to play 2, but I took 1 out for the Axe of Despair. Book of Moon, 1 MST, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, and Monster Reborn. So that is the spell lineup. Right on to the traps here. We've got Skill Drain, of course, 1 Hero Blast, Magic Cylinder. I did beat a wind-up game. I did take, I forgot, it was round 8, I believe. I took it with Magic Cylinder. 1 D Prison, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrent, 1 Compulse, 1 Bribe, 1 Starlight Road, 1 Warning, and 1 Judgment. So that is the main deck there. It is 40 cards. I will write down the main deck list in the description as well for this video. So here goes the extra deck that I played. Great Tornado, Escuridao, Gaia, Nova Master. That was for the Fire Fist and Fire Kings matchups. I actually didn't run into any of them at all during the regionals. I was actually quite surprised. I was expecting a lot of Fire Kings just because of the structure deck that came out, but I actually didn't run into any at all. Got 1 Absolute Zero. I was kind of thinking of hitting Absolute Zero to 2, which I definitely will in the next competitive tournament that I go to. Just for that Mermail Atlanteans water matchup, Super Poly does hurt them quite well. So I definitely will think about hitting him up to 2. Got 2 Shinings here. MVP of the deck, the biggest beater of the deck, the card that many people do not like. Photon Thrasher, or not Thrasher, Butterfly, we'll call him Butterfly. Shockmaster, Excalibur, Utopia, Gemini Pearl, Blade Armor, the second MVP of the deck, and of course Stardust, just because you play Starlight Road. So going on to the side deck here, this is the side deck that I played. One Puppet Plant. I did go up against a 6 Sam matchup at the regionals, but I didn't get a used Puppet Plant at all, so yeah. I have 2 Electric Viruses in here. Electric Virus did come in handy once against a Dino Rabbit deck. I took his Logia, and yeah, you know how it goes from there. But yeah, I only was able to use it once during the whole tournament. I didn't run into any machines. I didn't run into any dragons, except Logia, of course. But other than that, we have the 2 MSTs inside, just in case. So I just did put this card back in Parallel World Fusion here. It is for the Macro Rabbits matchup. I did run into a Dino Rabbit deck, but I believe they weren't playing any Macrocosmos. So yeah, and I did also run into a hero build that sided Macrocosmos, which it still didn't really hurt me all that much. So yeah, I just sided the Parallel World just in case I needed it. Second Super Poly, a second Torrent, a Light Imprison. You know, Light Imprison really just for that agent matchup. You know, I really don't like playing against agents for some reason. Then we've got 2 Shadow Imprisons. Same thing here for Dark Worlds, for Inzectors. You know, decks that can still top, of course, but you know, I just like shutting them down once and for all whenever I duel them. I've got 2 Soul Drains here. I did side them in when I played against the Mermails, but you know, as usual, I don't draw into really anything that I ever side in. Then, last but not least, we've got 2 Royal Decrees. This is really just for the chain burn slash stall slash, you know, those trolley decks that, you know, random people just play. Most of the time it will be just round 1 and 2 where you could possibly play against those trolley decks, but even so, I sided just for those decks. So that is my deck profile. That is the deck that I took to West Allis, Wisconsin Regionals last weekend. And remember, I got 14th place. Did pretty well. Got my Nats invite. Pretty happy about that. So if you guys have any questions, you know, comment below. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.